everyone, welcome back to another episode here on Dynasty. We are in the Industrial District, which looks a little bit different from the last time we were here. I added this new facade in for our sheep farm, which I've recently built. And I just got barrels underneath, so we don't need a ton of wool, but I do plan on building some things in the future. We're actually not going to be spending much time here in the Industrial District. I wanted to do a little terraforming. We're going to be putting in a bit of a river. We're going to be tearing out all of this land and all this land here. The river's going to be continuing this way, and it's going to go underneath that other bridge over there. And we're going to kind of build our own low-bottom skiff boat to house two fishermen villagers down here. I hope you enjoy this nice little terraforming time-lapse, and then after that's done, I figured we would actually build the skiff together in long form instead of time-lapse, which I've been doing recently here in the village. I hope everyone's having an awesome day, and let's get into some terraforming, huh? Alrighty everybody, I hope you liked that little terraforming time-lapse we did. As you can see here, I have one of my classic wool little outlines down here in the water. Full disclosure, I have never built a boat before in Minecraft. Ever. It's one of the things I've never really built. I know there's classic Minecraft stuff that pretty much everyone's done before, like boats and castles and stuff along those lines, and I haven't done a lot of those, so we're going to build a boat together, or attempt to, and I'm hoping it's going to come out like a boat. It's got a bit of a boat outline here, I guess. So we're going to start here in the front. I'm using wool because it's a little handy, so we're going to do this in the front because the boat is going to be one block above, because it's got to be floating, obviously, so we can't have it right down on the ground or it's gonna look funky. So let's go like this. Let's see if we can figure this out, because I want to go, this is gonna be the bottom level of the boat, so we'll go like that. We'll take the wool out here. Alright, so we want it to go all the way back like this, and then I'm gonna take these. Oh, come on, big salmon, get out of the way. Thank you. Jeez, these big salmon. Sorry, buddy. Just keep getting in my way. So we're getting a bit of a platform in here. Obviously, we can't really have it down this low, but and then I think what I want to do, so let's go like this. So we're going to raise this up, I think. Right? Maybe? I think that kind of works. Because what if we go like this? Slowly sink into the ground, apparently. There we go. Maybe? Because what I want to do is we're going to take this line down the side. Like this, hopefully. Does this look... Is this starting to look like a boat? I think, maybe it's starting to look like a boat. Did I really run out of stairs? I thought I was going to have enough stairs. I mean, that kind of looks like a boat. We'll have to see what it looks like once I get all the wool out of there and it actually looks like it's floating. I grew up in not central New York, but I grew up in western New York, and then I lived in central New York for a while, which most of the Erie Canal runs through upstate New York, and then it ends here where I live now in Buffalo. So a few of the towns out in central New York have turned the locks, which is how they raised and lowered the boats as the ground changed, or the elevation would change. They would have to use locks to raise and lower the water and raise and lower the boats. And because it was a man-made river, essentially, that cut across like hundreds of miles of upstate New York, essentially connecting the Hudson River in Albany near New York City all the way to here in Buffalo, where Lake Erie and Lake Ontario are. And then all of the goods, all of the materials and stuff would get transported across the Great Lakes and off into Michigan and Minnesota. I don't want to get too boring on everybody, but I always found it fascinating that, like, we didn't have automobiles yet, but they needed a way to move things quicker across large distances, so they spent literally years and years digging this man-made river across New York State. And it worked for a while, and then I want to say like 50 years after they had completed the entire lock system and the entire Erie Canal, it became more or less obsolete because automobiles started becoming a thing, and the Model T and the Model A, which was the truck version of the Model T, which was the sedan, started coming out. Yeah, I really hope I'm not boring everybody while I'm building and like talking about random history crap that I'm sure no one really cares about other than me and like 5 other people. But let's get this wool out of here and see if it actually looks like a boat. I think it kind of does. Obviously I'm looking at it pretty up close, but once we get all this wool out of here, we'll take a bit of a backup and we will look. I'm wondering if maybe I should move this up a little bit. Come on, pick up the wool. I know my inventory's not full. Oh, well, we need to get that out of there, because that doesn't belong. Oh, and that one. Maybe, but I think this needs to get pushed back, doesn't it? No. Like this. Yeah, a little bit. This needs to be the way the other one was, though. So we gotta go like this. I think that looks more like a boat, doesn't it? Yeah, we gotta do the same thing we did to the other one. We'll take that back. Maybe if we use slabs here? Yeah, so let's try this with some slabs. Yeah, there we go. See, that's giving it a little bit more definition. Maybe we put a stair here on the front. Okay, so I need to take out that stair. Take you out. There we go. Alrighty, sorry about the random jump cut there. Oh god. Hello, Mr. Drowned. Hello there. Let's take care of you, why don't we? Yeah. I don't really need you throwing forks at me. Oh, and you gave me the fork. This is my first fork. Did I pick it up? Perfect. Awesome. I've been wanting a trident But yeah, sorry about the random jump cut there. I had some shit I needed to go do real quick IRL, but we're back now. I do like the way this looks, the front of this, and I like the back as well. Maybe we'll take these two corner pieces out, and we'll put slabby and a slabby. Yeah, I like that. Kind of rounds it a bit more. We could probably do the same thing up here, maybe? But I kind of like the stairs. So I know I'm going to have their cabin in the back here. So this is going to be their room. We're going to put the two beds there, the two workstations here. And now it's just about trying to find a way to kind of make the back end here look kind of boatish. Is that a word? Boatish? I guess it can be a word, can it? Boatish. Boatish. Doesn't even sound like a word. English is so freaking ridiculous. Oh, no. And we'll put... Right? No, I don't like that. That does not look good. So we will move you back, actually. Put you there. No, put you there. There we go. And then we will put two half slabs there. How does that look? Step back. It looks okay, I guess. But maybe if we take these out and we put two stairs here, like this. No, that's not gonna work. Oh, for crying out loud. I have no clue what I'm doing, but we're gonna make it work. Oh, thank you, Joe. I really didn't want to have to run up and sleep, and I don't want to place a bed down in the village and accidentally have a villager be bred up when I don't really need one right this second. I think it is kind of starting to look like a boat, believe it or not. Surprising the hell out of myself. Let's grab you out. I really can't believe this kind of looks like a boat. I kind of like that. I'm gonna keep that. Oh yeah, I like that a lot more. We'll take you out. Come on. There we are. And then we will put a little low roof on it. I don't know, guys. I think we made a boat. Surprised the hell out of myself. Yeah, what if we take you out? We take these out. We put these here. I kind of like that more. Look at that. Holy crap. We built a boat. It even kind of looks like a boat. I'm gonna have to put glowstone or something in the ground, because apparently no one invited you. Go away. Thank you. amazing. So now the next step is, I think we kind of need to flatten this. And I'll grab some more stone slabs, throw there. But holy crap. I know I keep saying that, but we built a frickin' boat. And it's just taking random blocks. So sometimes I'll do it like this, where I'll have them link, like I did this row down here and then up here. But then sometimes I'll intentionally space them further away and make them not as linked. It's all my texturizing is, and I feel like it definitely adds a little bit of depth to your build, a little bit more believability maybe, because you're able to see the different textures and the different colors. I don't necessarily want to do the same exact on either side either, and I think that's where a lot of people struggle sometimes when it comes to texturizing or maybe making things look a little weathered, is they try to make it look too symmetrical. Symmetry is really nice in building, but it shouldn't be your ultimate end-all be-all goal, because when you try to worry too much about symmetry and does this side look like that side, that's when you start running into issues of it looking too manufactured. And that's the whole key to making things look a little bit more natural, or maybe a little bit more organic, or a little bit more realistic or weathered, is by taking into consideration the fact that asymmetry, which is the lack of symmetry, or like off symmetry, is just as vital when it comes to building as symmetry. And what does that mean? For a boat, maybe it means not worrying so much about, like, you worry about the symmetry of it underneath, but then up here it's all symmetrical. The roof is symmetrical, so the build itself is symmetrical. But then when you're adding in different textures, it kind of breaks that symmetry up, because then you're not staring at all one color. I don't know if necessarily symmetry is the correct word for what I'm trying to talk about, but I feel like it does kind of get the point across a little bit. Or I hope it does anyways. Either that or I'm just rambling on like a loon, which is definitely the possibility too. Let's grab some of this stuff out. So we're going to use the spruce trapdoors for a little walkway over to the boat, and then I think we're going to use dark oak ones over these windows. No, you don't want any of this, Mr. Drowned. Just let me finish building my boat, please. I don't want to hurt you. But if you provoke me, you're going to leave me no choice. Why are you throwing forks at my nice boat? See? Now you're dead. That's what you get. Throwing forks at my boat, jackass. I could maybe use stone on like the very bottom layer of the like bottom of the boat, almost like it's or like andesite. I could use polished andesite maybe on the that very bottom layer of the boat, because then I feel like it would give it almost like it's a protective coating. So maybe we'll leave it like this. If anybody has any like comments or suggestions on how to make like a little fin or like a little propeller off the back, I'm all ears, because I think it looks pretty damn boat-like beyond that. Hey everyone, it's the next day in real life, and our villagers are fully grown, and I have traded with them a little bit. Let's take a swoop down here. I really do love how this boat turned out. I actually posted a photo of it in a group I'm a part of, And I got a lot of really positive response and feedback, and people seem to like my janky little boat. I did get a couple of helpful critiques, maybe. They weren't criticism, but that if I wanted to break up kind of the monotony of it, to maybe try and work in some different types of blocks. And someone posted a photo of a boat they had seen online that they ended up wanting to do, and I saw a couple of things on that boat that I really liked that I'm going to kind of add in here now. Yeah, I like that. And he's not linked to that bed because he's naughty. He's linked to another bed up there. I haven't figured out which one. I'm not really that concerned or worried about it. And I have a feeling this is going to help with that feeling I was having where it wasn't exactly looking exactly the way I wanted it to. Yeah, I think this is going to help because it's going to raise the sides of the boats a little bit, but it's not going to be as high as when I had the fences in there. Yeah, I like that a lot more. I think that looks a lot better. Maybe we can lower these down too. So we'll take these out entirely, and then we'll put these right back in here, and then put the lanterns back on top of there, and then it won't look as awkward, maybe? Yeah, you know what? I think that definitely adds a little bit something to it. So let's fly up and over to the industrial district real quick. We'll sleep, and then I think I have one more like block variation improvement that we can do to this boat that I think is going to be super beneficial. I kind of brought it up yesterday, maybe using some copper on the underneath part, kind of like a reinforced bottom. I think that's what we're going to do. Because once this oxidizes, it's going to be a nice green color, and I feel like it'll stand out in the riverbed. I really like that a lot. It's nice having players that you play with on the server and then people in groups that provide, helpful, positive criticism or critiques or suggestions on ways to kind of make it pop a little bit more. Because it's really subtle, and I don't know if it really affects it for anyone else, but I really feel like adding those wood blocks instead of slabs and planks in there, and then adding that copper bottom and these trapdoors on the front really have kind of elevated it a little bit more. It's still very much my style, and still very much like a Sophie boat, but it definitely kind of has bumped it up a little bit more. And I know these guys appreciate it too. So I really hope you folks like this little boat and this kind of change of pace where we kind of talked more. And if you want to see more of my nonsense or random ramblings, consider giving me a subscribe, because it really does help me out, help the channel out. Sorry to do the stereotypical YouTube thing, but I figured I don't do it very often, so why not throw it in there at the end every once in a while. But I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, hope that everyone has an awesome day and a beautiful tomorrow. And I will see you folks when I see you. Take it easy and take care of yourselves. Later!